Finally, it's time for a new adventure. And this time I will head up to the mountain area and searching for streams and waterfalls. Before heading out, I have a lot of packing to do, and I also need to finish my car. The plan was to change oil and filter, but I get feeling and went a little bit crazy, so I run into a so much bigger project than that. So now I need to finish it before I can go anywhere. Toyota and other Japanese cars in general with Denso components, they used to be extremely reliable cars, but sadly modern cars are not the same anymore. And one thing is the really tough regulation for the engine to make them more eco-friendly. And there is millions of totally crazy things going on here. One thing, for example, is that you're leading a part of the exhaust gases back to the intake manifold again. And that is more or less like forcing someone to eat its own shit. And after the engine have been doing that for 400,000 kilometers, it doesn't look so nice in the intake manifold again. It's completely black. So I will clean the intake manifold, I will clean the whole EGR system, I will clean the flaps inside the intake manifold. And I also think I will change the high pressure diesel pump, because now when the intake manifold is gone, there is so easy to get access to the pump, and they are not that expensive to this car, so it's a good idea when I already have put so many hours of mechanical work behind it. My homemade special tool did actually work so well. Here is the high pressure pump. It's a so lovely feeling to do things by yourself. And giving the car a new high pressure pump is really like giving the car a new heart. So I'm so happy about this. It will feel so good to be out driving again. Sometimes there might be a benefit to have big hands, but I can promise you that when you make mechanical working cars, it's mostly not a benefit. It's so tight everywhere. It did start, but it will still take quite many kilometers before I can relax fully out. I need to drive, check for leakings under the car and so on, but it feels good. The car is ready and I have started packing all my gears, but I have no idea how I will fit all of this in the car. It's always so much things to bring. The thing is that I don't like to plan so much before I go. I just want to head out and then take the day as it comes. So I need to be prepared for everything. I will bring hiking gear, I will bring my packraft, I will bring mountain bike, and then the plan is to stay the night in my caravan in the primitive base camp up there in the mountain. But I will also bring my sleeping bag, outdoor kitchen, tent and so on, so I can stay the night outside wherever I go. One tricky thing this time of the year is the temperature, because the weather here is not so stable in the beginning of the summer. It can be everything from 0 degrees up to really hot temperatures, and it can changing so fast. So I also need to bring a lot of different kind of clothes. And for camera gears, it's the same. I have a plan in my head that I will find waterfalls and streams for making long exposure shots. But because I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, I also want to bring the longer telelenses for wildlife. So I have like 2-3 huge bags only for the camera stuff. Finally, I'm on my way and it feels so good. I have had some tough days with a lot of work in the car, and I have also done some bookkeeping and some extremely boring paperwork. I did need to prepare everything for the end year accounts for 2024, but now it's done and it feels so lovely to head out to the nature again. And even if it's raining and it's a little bit cold right now, the weather forecast show that it will actually be quite hot temperatures up here in the north within the coming days. I did see that the lake is quite still and calm here, so even if it's middle of the night, I want to make a stop for go out with a packraft. Using a packraft is actually a totally new thing for me. I have always go with kayaks before, and kayaks are lovely, but you have some limitations with kayaks. They are heavy, so you need to be next to the road, and you cannot bring them with you wherever you want. But with a packraft, I think it's going to open up a whole new world of opportunities for me, because I can bring the packraft when I'm hiking, I can bring it with me when I'm out bike cycling, so I'm so curious to see how I'm going to like it and how it's going to work. So that's why I'm so eager, so I had to do a short stop even in the middle of the night for just go out some minutes and try how it is. Now I'm really soon in the base camp. I can actually see my caravan from here. And it's 3 in the night, so I'm quite tired, and a surprise is that it's only 3 degrees outside and I don't have any heat on in the caravan. But I think I will just empty the food from the car and take everything else tomorrow, because I'm so tired. So put the heat on and go to sleep as soon as possible. Home sweet home. Last time I was here it was winter time. I will put on the gas heater, then it's going to be really fast warm inside here. I'm sitting here and drinking my morning coffee, and it's 10:30 in the morning. I can honestly not remember when I have slept this long last time, but I have had some tough days, a lot of work, and also the mechanical work in the car. Yesterday when I was done packing and start driving to here, it was already quite late, and I make some stops on the way to here, so I was here some minutes after 4 in the night, so maybe that's why I'm a little bit tired. Anyway, today is quite late, so I don't have time for start packing and heading out far away from here. So I will have a relaxed day. I will take the car driving on the road down towards Stora Sjöfallet and see if I can find some waterfalls or other streams, because I want to make long exposure shots of running water in the landscape. And I think I will find something there, and then I will see how is the weather in the evening, because now it's a little bit cloudy, but the forecast all the time say it's going to be clear and no wind. And if that happen, I might take the packraft and go out on the lake in the evening, but time will tell. I will start eating a little bit, head in the car and going down. Here is a place where it used to be so many lovely waterfalls, but sadly it seems like there is so small amount of water coming down the mountains now, and I think it because the snow has started to melt quite late this spring because of the really cold temperatures. So I think the best I can do is to skip the waterfalls and continue and searching for some streams. When I'm in places like this and I plan to shooting with wide angle lens and put myself in front of the camera within a distance of maximum around 10 to 15 meters, the Sony Creators app is a really useful tool for fully out be able to remote control your camera. The stream where I'm going now is actually one of my favorite ones up here. This one can be really powerful if you are lucky and coming in the right time of the year, and that it's also a lot of water coming down from the mountains. I have sadly destroyed my face when I have been out in the mountains during winter time when it's cold and the sun is also so extremely strong at the same time. So that's why I so easy get red nowadays. So I need to be really careful when I'm out in the sun. When you are up in the mountain during winter time, it can be minus 30 degrees and the sun can still be so strong, so you can get frostbite and burn yourself from the sun at the same time, and that is what have happened to me too many times. So I need to be careful so I don't destroy my nose and my skin in the face even more. Here it is, and it's looking lovely. It feels like there is a lot of water there now. This place is totally amazing, and it's like a paradise for take long exposure photos. But sadly I cannot do so much here because I'm alone. I would like to put myself in a good place to find a good composition for take some kind of selfie, but it's too difficult because I cannot move fast enough between those 2 points, and I cannot use Creator's app because the distance is too far. And there is also a lot of water coming up with the wind. So you need to wipe off the lens and then you need to take the picture immediately after that. So sadly it's not doable. So I will hike in more upstreams and see if I can find something else. And if I don't get the perfect photo, it's lovely anyway, just to be outside here and see this place is lovely. It's a little bit frustrating that I cannot moving around exactly as I want, because everywhere where there have been water is extremely slippery. It's not only wet, it's like some kind of slime on the stones. So one step and it can go totally wrong. Here I will actually try to do something. I will put my camera here on the tripod and then I will put myself in front of the waterfall. When I'm making long exposures of running water like this, I always choose exactly the correct anti-filter depending on the speed of the water, so I can get the exactly right shutter speed that I'm looking for. Because I want to have a longer shutter speed that make the water smooth, but I don't want to have a too long shutter speed, so I lose all the texture and all the details in the water. Now I'm happy. I was actually a little bit worried earlier in the morning today down there when I did see that the waterfalls are so small and realized that the snow haven't melted that fast as it used to do up on the higher peaks. But when I did find this stream and I did see that it's a lot of water there, I feel so relieved, because now I get at least something. And yes, this stream used to be more powerful, it used to be a lot more water there, but it's good also as it is now. I will driving somewhere and find a good spot for making something to eat, and after that, I don't know, just continue. The weather going to decide what I'm going to do. This will be one good spot for making some food. I think I will stop here. Back in the caravan, and for the good day. After I had eaten my dinner there outside, I was actually waiting there for almost 2 hours, and I did hope that the weather will change to the better, but sadly it went more cloudy, so I decided that I will slowly start to drive back here to the base camp. And when I was around 10 kilometers away from here, I did see that the sky started to clear up a little bit, and the lake was also not like a mirror, but really calm. So I fastly find a spot where I can go with the car next to the water, and I almost like running out from the car and bring the packraft down from the roof and heading out on the water. So sadly I didn't have any time for make videos, but before I left I leave the camera running on the tripod, so I had some video that I can show you at least, and it was a really magical moment. And it's midnight and the sun is never setting here, but when the sun go behind some mountains, because it's in its lowest position, it still get quite cold and chilly. So because of that I head back here and I will eat and I will go to sleep, so I'm ready for tomorrow's adventure. Good night.